Meet Billy Joel. He canceled his tour for some health reason. So I don't know what the health reason is. I don't want to know what the health reason is because I'm going to kind of share what I see here and we'll see if it matches up with what's going on. There are 9 face shapes in my world. He is a classic bucket face. Narrower here, wider as we go up. Bucket faces, we love to put things in our bucket. We're thought leaders. We're intellectually persistent. We tend to overthink. That's his overall nature. That's his gift, is his intellect. And he uses his intellect to write some amazing songs. Next thing we like to look at is the right and left eye. The right eye is what we show to the world. It's our public persona. It's our mother's influence. The left is our true inner private self, and it's our father's influence. If you cover up his left eye and just look at his right eye, very focused, laser focused. Now, cover up that right eye, look at the left eye. That's anger. Is he anger at a father, a male? My guess is he didn't have the best relationship with his dad. His eyebrows are a little uneven, which would also indicate there's a little bit of an issue with parenting. So now, the other thing that I think is interesting is if you look at his younger picture especially, there's something we call lower Sanpaku. This is a Japanese term, means white 3 sides. This indicates some tendencies towards fanaticism and also tendencies towards addiction. The first addiction we all have in life is to sugar. Few of us ever beat that addiction, I might add. This is a bit disconcerting. I don't like to see this in anyone. Also, if we blow the picture up and look at his eyes in a much larger form, you'll see some haziness around the periphery of the iris. This haziness is a sign of what we call in medicine arcus senilis, or the arc of the senile. It's literally a lack of blood supply going to the brain. And then lastly, notice that his pupils are slightly uneven. This is a sign there's some inflammatory situation going on in the brain. My guess is something's not right with his brain. Lack of blood supply is certainly there, and that's also confirmed by, if you look at his nose, a very bulbous nose. The tip of the nose represents your heart. He's got some cardiovascular issues. So there's some circulatory issues. My concern would be circulation to the brain. Is there some brain degeneration situation going on? I'd be ultimately concerned about that. Underneath his eyes, there's some puffiness and a lot of lines. The puffiness is a kidney deficiency. Kidney governs bone, but it also affects fluid levels. This is where blood pressure problems can come into play. So if you got this bulbous nose and then the regulator fluids in your body, the kidneys, are not working, I'd be again concerned some cardiovascular issues. Also, these lines represent some pretty strong adrenal indicators. Our adrenal glands sit on top of our kidneys and help us cope with stress. So he's been under a lot of stress. We all have. And you think, wow, this guy is a multimillionaire, incredibly successful. Doesn't mean you're immune to stress. And my guess is he's had his share of stress in his life. Eyebrows are about passion, pride, and temperament. Very thick eyebrows. They're also unequal. And then lastly, he's got these nice deep lines right here. These are called falling lines. F-A-Ling. Falling means purpose and spiritual strength. This man has found his purpose. He's living his purpose. I hope he recovers from whatever's going on. I do have some concerns that we've got some issues with circulation to the brain. Hope you enjoyed our little review of Billy Joel. We're asked over and over and over again, can you read my face? The answer is yes. Matter of fact, I'd love to read your face. All you got to do is go to WTFWhyTheFace.com. Now, there's several options there. It's not a costly thing to do. First option is I can simply give you a written report. It'll be 7 to 8 pages long. I will read your face. I will go over psychological aspects, traits that are positive, traits that are negative, also some health issues. That is one fee. The second option is you'll also get a 7 to 8 page written report. Plus, I will physically call you. Questions will come up. I usually spend 30 to 60 minutes on the phone with you. Obviously, it's a little higher price because it's going to be more time involved. But a lot of questions will come up and you'll say, okay, I got that, but what does that really mean? And I can kind of explain a little more in depth. The third option is, again, 7 to 8 pages. I'll call you. But we can also discuss some options. If there's some things that you're concerned with, we can kind of point you in a direction. I can't physically treat you, but I can certainly make some suggestions when you talk to your own doctor. Pay attention to this or whatever it might be. So if you're interested, please upload your faces and we will be happy to read them for you. Would love to do it.